My name is Alex. I'm CEO over at AVKI, and we are building white label tokenization infrastructure for financial institutions to offer fractionalized commercial real estate products to their customers. We leverage blockchain technology to enable the tokenization of real-world assets, specifically commercial real estate, so that cap tables can be brought on-chain and assets can be distributed and administered, on a global basis to accredited investors all across the world.
The easiest way to describe it is imagine all these commercial buildings like the one that we're shooting in right now. We take that asset, mint it on the blockchain on Solana, and we turn and represent its ownership into fractional tokens that you can now hold, trade, buy, sell, etc.
Tokenization is the absolute future. You hear it as a buzzword all over the place, but the reality of the situation is it's a infrastructure build that is going to kind of revolutionize the way that any asset is represented. As we're moving from more archaic processes, we're relying on fax machines and physical signatures. There's a lot of people that still are scared to use even like DigiSigner. But what we're realizing is a shift from the representation of physical kind of media to instantaneous, transactions that are happening on the blockchain, sub-second finality, millions and millions of dollars being moved across chains, across wallets, in mere seconds. And that level of infrastructure kind of maturity is only increasing as we're seeing the players like JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley, et cetera, move into the blockchain and bring things like money market funds, stocks. There are companies that are IPOing on chain right now. All of that stuff is incredibly exciting. So I think leveraging this technology is natural for such an asset class like real estate, where everything has always been happening the old school way. It's time to bring it to the future.
MassChallenge is great. I think it gives us access to a lot of resources, a lot of people. It's definitely opened up my perspective on venture capital and just the startup space as a whole, because my background actually isn't in that. My background is more in cash businesses and smaller level enterprises. It definitely has given me an appreciation for institutions like this that are able to bridge the gap between people. And even if it's not directly business related, in this case it is, but even if it's not directly business related, it allows you to meet more like-minded people, or even people who will challenge you on an intellectual level, to open those conversations up to see how we can affect and create change.